So we finished step 15, or did we? No, we are starting step 15. Sorry about that. I took a little break and did a little tiny bit of prep work in advance. This is the only part of this step is putting these MC3 screws, 6 of them, into the chassis at these mounting points. And then once that's done, we can compress the shock and put it on that ball. And that's all there is to this step. So if you want to watch me screw some screws in, sure thing. Here we go. See how difficult these guys are to screw in. At least I can apply some force on these with a little more ease than some of the other screws. These seem to be going in with a fair amount of compliance compared to the other ones I've done. Well, they're not self-tappers, so that's part of it. So that makes them go in easier. But I'll tell you, my wrist can't take too much more today. It's been a very long day. I've got a lot of hours in putting this car together today. So this is probably the last step for today, so I can give myself a little break. Pick it up somewhat tomorrow. I've got some outdoor stuff to do tomorrow when it warms up, because it's supposed to be a really nice day. And we don't have too many warm days left in our neck of the woods. This is going to be probably the last one tomorrow. So I got some stuff to do outside. Probably start that around 11 o'clock or so. So maybe I'll get a couple of steps in first thing in the morning on this before I go out. And maybe I'll do some in the evening if I have the energy. I'm probably going to backtrack and do more on the front suspension than I thought I was going to, even though I'm going to disassemble it, because I'm just dying to see this thing as a complete car and see put the wheels and tires on it and make it look like something after all this time working on it. And it's still pieces and parts, you know? At least I get to use a little more of my arm muscles than some of the other orientations of screwing these things in. Some are really tight. This one's tight. Still got a lot of screws. I'm looking at a lot of screws and stuff still left to put in this thing. So we got a few more hours to go. Probably another full day of assembly, even without doing the radio. I'm left-handed for some things, but some things I'm right-handed on. I'm a weird kind of ambidextrous person. My right arm is definitely stronger than my left. Okay, I'm going to give these a once over. Make sure they're all nice and tight. So this is basically not only the holding the shock absorber, it's also a portion of the cage of the battery case. So now we just get that out of the way for the moment. Compress the shock over this ball and just push it down. Just push it down with some force. There it is. All right. So now you got your tension springs here. There's your amount of flex we've got with the shock, like so. Got some twisty, so you've got some compliance there. I do have a live battery, so I can show you that this does work. It does work. I can get both connections in at the same time. That's where we're at. Step 15. Tomorrow we will have, let me bring the camera down, give you a close-up of this. It's the whole assembly, the shock connected to the engine compartment. So that's our build so far. Step 15. Next for us, this step I'm probably going to skip most of. There's some odds and ends I'll do. I'll probably put these screws and these extender pieces that come out. These are all body mounts. I'm not using these kinds of mounts. I'm not punching holes in the body after all the work we've done on it. So that's not happening. So I'm going to cherry pick a little bit out of these next couple of steps. Step 19 is gluing wheels and tires on with double-sided tape.